Hi guys, welcome back to Quadversities. It's been a while since I've blogged or vlogged. I think it's about 1 or 2 years. I think it's a year. I've been going through a lot personally, and there was a moment where I felt like a mess as a person, and I thought to myself, if I don't take care of myself, me you know, providing insight and just perspective on my platform made me feel like a fraud, I guess. So I had to really be honest with myself and take a step away just to take care of myself and just go through the works of life and my emotions and just all my drama. And so I guess I'm back today to vlog and answer. I guess my first request was someone wanted to know my story. Sorry, shout out to your name. I forgot there's a lot of people. Um, but so hi, my name is Tammy. Uh, I am a C4 C5 quadriplegic, and what happened was I was in a car accident when I was 17. My 10 year was on April 4th. Um, it was a senior cut day. Yeah, it was a typical high school story. It was senior cut day, and I was asleep in the back, and I was passed out cold because I didn't sleep until 4 a.m. The day before that, I woke up at 8 to go get speakers or whatever because we were going to Sunset Beach. And we were on Highway 17, I believe, when it took place. I was asleep, and the story is that someone had cut off my car, and my driver panicked and swerved and hit an oncoming divider, like one of those freeway dividers on the side, and my car flipped, hit it head first, and it flipped, and the impact was heavily on my side. And I actually woke up under the car. You guys want to know something crazy? One thing I don't do is sleep in the car. It's like my biggest fear, or like one of my paranoias, and I don't sleep in the car. And a couple times I've fallen asleep in the car, an accident almost took place. Um, like when I was 17, I was like passed out drunk in the back. And this was like some premonition. I don't know, what was it? Final Destination crap. So I was passed out in the back, and my friend was driving, and it was a four-way stop. And I guess something happened where he had to brake really hard, and a water bottle flew behind the brake, and there was just enough water and air in it for him to brake. Otherwise, we would have went crashing into someone. And I guess he braked so hard, I flew off my back seat, and I like hit the floor. I was an idiot. I was 17. I was like, drunk in the back with no seatbelt. And then another time was we were coming back home from Tahoe, and it was really late at night, and I guess my friend was really tired. He lightweight fell asleep at the wheel, and it was on the side. It was on our side, and I was, same thing, sleeping on the window, and I felt our side scrape, and it woke us all up, and it freaked me out. And then yeah, so on the day of my accident, I remember I was so tired, but I was like, I need a nap, and I remember distinctively thinking to myself, nothing better effing happened if I fall asleep. And when I woke up under that car, all windows were shattered. Like this, my head, like it's something really heavy was on my head. I was like flipped upside down, and I was like, God damn it, I knew it. It got me. So yeah, it's one of those moments. Recovery wise, what happened? I woke up in the hospital. Like I lightweight woke up, and it was very foggy, and I heard the doctor say the word paralyzed, and I was like, shit, that's bad. I'm going back to sleep. So I went back to sleep, and when I woke up, I was like, okay, it wasn't a bad dream. And I'm on this like rotating bed because I think it's important for blood flow, especially if you just were freshly paralyzed. You don't want any bed sores, and you want to keep the blood moving. And so it was like rotating back and forth. So when people visited me, dude, I couldn't talk. I had a tube going down my throat. I had like this, I didn't have a halo yet, but I was just like this person just pinned to a bed. Everyone who visited me had to walk back and forth to talk to me. Yeah, I woke up and I remember mouthing to a nurse saying that I was thirsty. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, you can't drink any water. I can wet your mouth with a wet sponge." And I thought, like, this is some cruel joke, right? Like, I can't walk, I can't move, I can't drink water, I can't eat, and there's like tubes going all in my throat and my neck. So it was mortifying. It was like the most inhumane experience I've ever felt. I mean, experienced in my life. I was like, oh Jesus, what did I do? And yeah, one funny and cute memory I have is like my sister. My sister would help me do my nails. I know I was like prissy and like high maintenance, but it just shows the depth of her love for me. She helped me do my nails, and she was like running back and forth just to give me French manicure and like lotion me and just do like the little things that kept my spirit alive and made me feel like Tammy and made me feel normal. So in terms of not being able to eat or drink water, I think that went on for about a month, if I can remember correctly. But it was like dreadful. I remember I they would have like IV bags next to me, and there was this, I don't know what it was. It was like a huge bag that looked like milk, and I would stare at it all night long. I was like, that looks so good. I just want some milk or some just fucking water. And I think the one thing that drove me to work really hard, because it was really hard. They gave me a halo, and I had, see, the scar. I had a trach. It's almost like a catheter for your throat to help you breathe. Like, they surgically placed a tube that was hooked up to a machine that was breathing for me because my lungs were weak. And I think when my accident took place, they told me, I think it was from the concussion, but I told them I was nauseous in the ambulance, so I don't throw up. And I was like, I'm gonna throw up, and I think I threw up in my lungs, and I don't know. I saw like a bag of blood I think blood that was being drained from my lungs. I don't know. It was weird. It was crazy, but there was a machine breathing for me, and you had to slowly wean off the machine. And it was crazy when they unhooked the machine. I felt like I was breathing through a straw. There was like an elephant on my lungs. It was just so weak. And I remember whenever you had to routinely try to get up slowly, and I was a little bitch. Like, I was so weak for some reason, like just fatigue all the time. When I got up, I was so tired. I would gag and like feel like I was short of breath. So the routine every time I sat up, it would be get me up. I would cry. I would gag. I would throw up, and I would like complain about not being able to breathe. So eventually, they would put the routine was they would put a bucket in front of me, turn on the fan, and grab a wet napkin. They would wet my face, and especially my mouth and my lungs, so that when the air hits me, it felt really refreshing, and it gave me some sense of relief. So that went on, and slowly, I was able to wean off the machine. And I guess the one thing I was gonna get to, the one thing that drove me and inspired me to work really hard was I really wanted to graduate with my class during that time. I was 2 months away from high school graduation. I ended up graduating a month late, but whatever, I graduated. But I think I was devastated at the time. But I guess in hindsight, it was what drove me and rushed the recovery process because I had something to work towards. So I did all that. I got off the machine eventually to check if I was able to eat on my own now. What they did was they brought me to a X-ray machine, and they put some blue powder into my applesauce, and they fed me it, and I had to swallow it, and through the machine they watched me swallow it to make sure that I don't choke or it falls back into my lungs since I broke my neck. And it's crazy because I thought, like, right after I got off the machine, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat that. But when I ate, I was like, what the hell? I can't taste anything, dude. Like, my taste buds were shocked because I didn't eat for so long. So I was like, man. And so my weight started dropping a lot more. And like, I drank so much Ensure milk. I kept drinking soda because, like, it's the only thing I can taste. And it was like thirst quenching. and one of the nurses came to get my urine to empty my Foley bag. And she was like, "Oh my God, Tammy, like you need to drink more water." It was like amber brown. She was just like, "You need to drink water. We're gonna put you back. We're gonna feed you through a tube." But yeah, I had a feeding tube. Ugh, miserable. So it's like this long rubber tube that they stick on my nose and down into like I don't know what it's called the hole in my nose that goes all the way into my throat, and I kept having to swallow it and swallow it and swallow it. Fucking 18 or 20 something inch tube that traveled all the way to my stomach, and they would feed me water through it and pills, just whatever, because I couldn't drink or eat at the time. So they were threatening to put that back on me. So yeah. Eventually, I was stable enough to go downstairs and join rehab, and that's where I met a lot of cool people. And but I was still really weak. Ooh, I was so like fatigued, and I don't know if it was depression or like I was just really fatigued, but I had really low energy. And yeah, I spent a month down there, and I came home 3 days before my birthday, my 18th birthday. Like in a teen's world, that's like everything. You're like, yeah, I'm an adult and go buy cigarettes and, buy whatever 18-year-olds can buy. And it was a mess. It was awful. Like right when they were getting me up, they were transferring me, and like when they transferred me, there was like skid marks. So I had an accident. I shat on my transfer board, and I was like, great. And it was so embarrassing. And then I remember I was mortified. I was really, really shy and like just unaccepting of my situation. And I had like this crazy like halo on, so I looked like a robot. I felt like everyone was staring at me. I think psychologically, I think I was just really insecure. So I was paranoid, and people would bring friends and stuff like that, and I just wasn't comfortable with it. And eventually, as the night went on, I think it was so hard for me. I started crying, and it was just crazy. But that was my 18th birthday. And I guess in retrospect, now that I look back, my caregiver asked me the other day, she was like, "Were you ever so sad or in distraught about being paralyzed that you wanted to kill yourself?" No, I've never had thoughts like that. I think my dramatic mind, when things are like really, really bad, I'm just like, God, like I'd rather die than deal with this, But I think I'm not suicidal, and I'm not knocking anyone. Like I know it's a really tough situation, but trust me, I've had days where I'm just like, God, just take me, like why? It, it's not something I wish upon anyone. I don't, even like someone who's done me so dirty, like I don't, it's not something, it's a little inhumane, but I've learned that it's amazing what a human is capable of and what we're capable of adapting to. I can't begin to put into words how much beauty came out of the situation, how much insight, wisdom, and strength that I've gained through this. And I have a lot more to learn and gain from it. So yeah, that's why I share stories like this, to just inspire other people, hopefully, and to let you know that there is that fire burning inside of you, and even when you feel so fucking weak and burnt out, because life can be so cruel. Ugh, can it? I guess one little other tidbit was when I was in the hospital, I had a lot of close calls where I almost died. But one crazy story is I my breathing tube. I had a mucus clot. They come in every night. They suction all the phlegm and all the gunk out of your lungs. Like they would stick this. So like it was like a little cup, and that cup had a little hole in it um, that traveled to my lungs, and they would stick this long straw. It vacuums out all the phlegm, and I guess she was suctioning and suctioning. And it was my sister's first night with me. Poor her, traumatized her, and I was getting suctioned, and my sister was standing there just talking to me, listening, and I felt weird. I felt something kind of hurt, and then it was like I looked at my sister dead in the eyes. I was just like, I'm out there. I was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And my sister's like, why does she look like that? Why does she look like that? And she's just like, what's wrong with her? And all of a sudden, I blacked out and I woke up in ICU and I was like, whoa, what happened? My sister was like, you had a mucus clot. They had to transfer you over here to monitor you. You almost died, and yeah, it was a lot of like, I think I felt guilt that my family was going through all this and watching me like this because when it's happened to me, I don't remember anything. It's just one thing after another. It's just like, damn, can it stop? So I'm very grateful to be here. I don't, as shitty as life can be, sometimes I try not to take advantage of life, and just appreciate the blessings around me. And yeah, I guess that's my little story. If you have any other questions or any other requests, I am happy to do them. Other than that, thank you for watching Quadversities. I'm happy to be back, and I hope you guys enjoy my channel. And soon, I'm changing the name to Resilient Quad just to combine my two platforms that are similar but separate in different ways. And I hope you guys enjoy the ride and follow along. Bye, guys. Thank you.